everyone, my name's Michelle and this is my channel Sewing Bunny. Thank you so much for joining me in my video today, which hopefully you would have seen from the thumbnail and the description, that this is actually going to be a bit of a chatty vlog. Just catching up with you guys because you may or may not know that I've been away for the last few weeks, but also I will be doing my So Hayley Jane January unboxing, which, yes, I know it's very, very late. You've probably all seen what's inside this box, but I still like doing an unboxing because I just want to share my reaction with you guys as to what I thought of the box. But yes, I've been away, so I haven't been able to film it up until now. So if you are interested just in the So Hayley Jane box and you don't want to listen to the chatty bit, which is absolutely fine, I'll pop a little timestamp here and you can just fast forward until the So Hayley Jane box. But for those of you that want to stay for the chatty bit, then hello. Yeah, let me actually start off with what I'm wearing because otherwise I'll forget to mention it. This is a Grainline Studio Linden sweatshirt in this sort of cheetah, leopard, sort of cat print, French terry and coordinating black. I've had this for absolutely ages. I made it absolutely ages ago. Love it. One of my favourite jumpers. So yes, let's get having a little catch up. I've got myself a cup of tea here, and yeah, I just kind of want to share with you guys a little bit about my holiday. So I'm really sorry, I don't want to seem like I'm rubbing it in that I've been away because I know it's been freezing here in the UK, and I know a lot of people obviously haven't had the chance to go away yet, obviously just due to a lot of reasons and things, but I know a lot of you obviously want to hear about how I got on because it was my honeymoon and everything. So yeah, I just kind of thought I would just fill you guys in about how I got on. Yeah, because I want to share it. I want to tell you guys all about it because we had the best time. So for those of you, if you'd watched Vlogmas, then you would know that I flew out at the end of December. So yeah, we flew out on the 30th of December and we went to Mexico. Hopefully you'll be able to tell from the tan that I've been away. I don't tan amazingly. I don't like the sun too much. I like a little bit of it. But yeah, so we flew out, went to Mexico. We went to a place called the Riviera Maya, which is about an hour south of Cancun. Nearest town was Playa del Carmen, if anyone is wondering. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful area of Mexico. I mean, I don't know, I haven't been to any other part of Mexico, but it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we flew out there, as I say, on the 30th of December. So we went out there for New Year's. And yeah, it was absolutely amazing. The hotel was amazing. We stayed at a place called the El Dorado Seaside Suites, which, oh, beautiful. I'm just going to use that word, beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, because that's exactly what it was. I had loads of staff there who were such nice people. Like anything wasn't anything too much for them, you know. They work so hard over there, and yeah, every single member of staff just made our holiday absolutely amazing. They're such nice people. And yeah, so we had New Year's out there, so they had like some little shows going on, like a massive party, fireworks. So it was such a lovely time just to, you know, start off 2022 being away, finally being able to go on our honeymoon, because for those of you that have, you know, followed along with me, you'll know that it's had a few cancellations, and yeah, it was just magical that we were out there for New Year's. And yeah, the hotel as well, oh my goodness, it was just lovely. The wildlife just in the hotel. The birds, so many different types of birds. You just kept looking up in all like the palm trees and there was just so many different types of birds. Beautiful, beautiful birds. They had sort of like these raccoon type animals that came out at night time, which we kind of saw dart across a few of the like roads every now and again. They had these other sort of animals which I can't even describe kind of what they look like. They sort of looked a little bit like sort of like capybaras, I didn't really manage to get any like good photos of them, but they were very, very cute. And loads and loads and loads of iguanas. I love like lizards and iguanas and things like that. I absolutely love them. And they were everywhere, absolutely everywhere, massive iguanas. And they just perch themselves kind of on the edge of, you know, the path as you're walking around, on top of the some of the roofs and things. They're just absolutely beautiful animals. I could have just like stood and watched them for ages. I think I might have annoyed Stuart a few times just because we were like, you know, trying to walk down to the beach or walk to dinner or breakfast, and I'd just stop and be like, oh, there's an iguana, let's just look at it. As you guys know, I'm an animal lover. So anytime I saw any bit of wildlife, it just completely captivated me. So yeah, it was lovely that we had all of those. And on the beach, which was part of the hotel, again, the wildlife, they had like stingrays, you know, just in the sea. They had like the pelicans that were sitting on the sandbanks. So many different birds, gulls, you know, just everywhere. Absolutely gorgeous. And then in the evenings around kind of when we were kind of going up to our little hotel room, there'd be like geckos just like stuck to the walls or the ceilings, and things like that. And even like some crickets, which, you know, I know some people don't like crickets, but I'm fascinated just by anything nature, like crickets like this big, which I was just absolutely fascinated with. But yeah, so that was just the wildlife in and around the hotel. And yeah, it's just thinking back about it, I just had such a nice time just being able to watch all the wildlife. And then yeah, so we did do a couple of like excursions and, you know, days out and things. We didn't just stay in the hotel. But yeah, we did a few things. We visited some of the local towns and things, which was lovely. And we went to Chichen Itza, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And that was amazing. Really, really interesting learning all about the history there. And yeah, our guide that took us around was amazing. And then I think we got taken to a village where we had some like lunch and things, and go to one of the cenotes, which is like sort of like a cave with like sort of water, like a natural cave with water, we could swim in it. And then we also went to the famous club Coco Bongos. That was an experience. It was amazing. It was full on, what have I stepped into? This is crazy. But it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Just full of like, you know, people doing like trapeze, silks, ropes, gymnastics, singing, dancing, like confetti everywhere, so much music. It was magical place. Such an amazing place. We also did like a little sort of exploring day, which was at a place called Explore, and you did like zip lines. We did about 7 different zip lines, and we went in through caves where water was kind of like basically up to your waist, and you kind of waded through caves and things. Like a buggy we went on that Stuart drove. I was too scared to drive it, where you go like around, you know, you go through waterfalls and things, and it was just absolutely amazing experience. That we were knackered after that, absolutely knackered. And it was so funny because we went there, and when you go there, you know, they give you all the safety briefing, they give you a helmet that you have to wear everywhere you go around the park. And we noticed that everyone kept saying to us, you know, kind of like, oh, congratulations, congratulations. And we're like, why are they saying congratulations? And we didn't actually realise that on our helmets was actually 2 like rings, and that just said, I think it said something like newlywed or something like that, because obviously we'd mentioned to the guide when we were on the coach going, you know, that we were on our honeymoon. And so she gave us these special helmets, and we didn't actually realise until we really looked at each other's helmets, you know, what it was. And we were kind of thinking, why is everyone saying congratulations? So that was adorable. And also the lady who sorted out the helmets. Unfortunately, we missed it, but she arranged in the little buffet area that if they'd spotted us, they would have brought out a cake with, like, you know, some little firework things on it. But unfortunately, I think we missed the person that was meant to give us the cake, which we found out after. But again, I mean, what a lovely lady to get that arranged and sorted for us. You know, we just literally just mentioned it being our honeymoon, just, you know, off the cuff. So yeah, it was so nice of her. So yeah, so we did that, and then probably my favourite thing that we did is we did, I think they called it like a sort of sea safari. We went to a place called Chichen Itza, I think that's how you pronounce it, which was basically like a wildlife sort of area, like park sort of thing. And yeah, they took you out on a speedboat through lots of like mangroves and things, and we saw a crocodile, massive crocodile, just sitting there, jaws open, taking in the sun. It was amazing. I never thought I would see a crocodile, and yeah, that was amazing. And then we saw dolphins. We saw bottlenose dolphins. We went out to the sea, and we also saw turtles, which is actually a bucket list item of mine. I have always wanted to see turtles swimming in the sea, in the wild, and we saw them. And it was magical. I don't even know how to explain it, but we were going along in the speedboat and you suddenly heard the captain shout, "Turtle, turtle." And we looked over the edge and there was just probably about 4 or 5 turtle shapes just under the water. And we were just going along with them, you know, they're happily just going along. And then just every now and again, they just come up to the surface for a bit of, like, you know, a breath. And they were just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It was just so magical seeing them. And then they'd bob down and they'd go under the boat, and oh, absolutely amazing. So happy that I saw them. They took us to like a little island, which was basically, I don't know what the name of the little island was, but they think they called it like Bird Island, because you just literally approached the island and there was just hundreds or thousands of birds just like swarming around there, and there's so many different types of birds as well, and it was just wonderful just going around, and they're all there in their little nests or flying around or bobbing in the water. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, we just saw so much wildlife and it was amazing. We had a wonderful guide, a young French lady who'd come over for, I think she'd only been in Mexico for about a month, and so she was just starting out her kind of like tour guide sort of like working. And I mean, the amount of knowledge she had was ridiculous for someone so young, but she was fantastic. So she came along with us and our little group. There was only 6 of us on the boat that took us around on this little speedboat, so it was absolutely amazing, really good like interaction and everything. And yeah, so we stopped off, had a bit of lunch as well at one of the local fishing villages, walked around the village as well. And yeah, that was probably my favourite, just because of seeing the wildlife. As I've mentioned, I'm an absolute animal lover. So seeing that was fabulous. So yeah, we were there in Mexico for 3 weeks. Absolutely amazing, best 3 weeks ever. And yeah, so we obviously did our 3 weeks out there, and obviously came back to the UK. We came back just over a week ago. We came back and slightly on the other hand, unfortunately, when we got home, we found out that our boiler wasn't working. And also that we tested positive for COVID because when you come back from a holiday, the current sort of guidelines are that you have to take a test when you come home, like a lateral flow test. And we came back and we took one, I think it was like you have to do it on like your 2nd day, and we tested positive. So and then we started feeling a little bit unwell with it, but you know, we're absolutely fine. We just felt like we had a bit of a cold, so you might still be able to hear it slightly in my voice, just because it was a bit like a head cold, really. For anyone that remembers when I actually had a really horrible cold a few months back, where I think I wasn't on YouTube for a couple of weeks because I just had a really horrible cold, which wasn't COVID. That was bad. This was just, yeah, as I say, a little bit of a head cold. So we couldn't get the boiler man to come until we were outside of our isolation period, which actually ended yesterday. So I'm recording this on Saturday, yesterday Friday, so the boiler man did manage to come out on Friday because we'd had our 2 negative tests and we were out of our isolation, so he was able to come and fix that. So all worked out well in the end. As you can see, I've still got a massive smile on my face, you know, even with all of that going on. You know, I'm still feeling a little bit holiday mode, relaxed, and yeah, absolutely fantastic sort of time away, and nothing would have been able to have put, you know, a sad frown on my face. So yeah, sorry, I've just been going on about that for a while. As I say, I'm really sorry. I don't want to like rub in that I've been away and everything, but I just want to share with you guys like how my honeymoon was, because so many of you have asked since. I've had like Instagram messages, you know, going, "Hi, are you back from your honeymoon? How was it? Tell us all about it," and things. And so yeah, I see you guys as being like my sewing, you know, kind of friends and everything, and I just like to share a little bit about me as well. So yeah, thought you might want to hear about that. Right, I've been yakking for ages. I need a swig of my tea, so let me have a swig of my tea. I have to admit that actually is one thing. Coming back to the UK and having my Yorkshire tea. Oh, how I've missed you, tea. I mean, they did have tea out there, but I think they found it a bit weird every single time I asked for milk. I'm not sure if they don't usually have milk out there, but I know a few places, a few towns I went into where I just wanted to get a cup of tea, and when I asked for milk, they were like, "Milk?" And they gave me like hot milk from like the coffee machine and things like that. In the hotel, they're absolutely fine. They gave us milk. I think they had like long life milk, but again, the tea, it was okay, but it wasn't my usual tea. So it's really nice coming back and having a proper cup of tea. Okay, so let's move on to the So Hey Jane box. So as I've mentioned, yes, you guys have probably seen what's inside, but I still like sharing it. So when I got home, probably actually was one of the first things I did was, as soon as I came in, yes, the cats. We missed the cats so much when we were away. It was quite sad, really. We're kind of out there and we just kind of sometimes just thinking, "Oh, I wonder how they're doing. Do you reckon they're missing us?" And we had a mixture of Stuart's best friend and Stuart's mum and dad coming over and feeding them and looking after them, playing with them and things. And when we actually walked in from the holiday and we came in, now usually when we come in through the door, as soon as we walk in, we are greeted with both of them there, meow, 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 like really excited. We opened the door, they were both there, I think probably expecting Stuart's friend or his mum and dad, and they just stopped and stared at us like, "What?" And we were like, it's us, we're back. And they just kind of looked at us like, "Where have you been?" It was hilarious. They just gave us these looks of, "How dare you?" But then 5 minutes later, once we'd picked them up, given them cuddles and everything, then yeah, they'd forgiven us. And yeah, very, very clingy. Yeah, they didn't leave us alone for absolutely ages. But it was lovely. It was so nice being back and seeing the cats. Right. The So Hayley Jane box, let's get this open so that you guys can get my thoughts on it. So yes, I did open it already, and I have to admit, when I was away I did kind of see what was sort of inside a lot of the boxes and things, but I tried to keep away from it as much as I could. So as usual, we have the yellow tissue paper that is surrounding all of the goodies. and the theme is out of this world. This artwork is beautiful. Absolutely love that. Really, really pretty. And I will really flick through the magazine because, yeah, we've got that little introduction from Hayley, interview there, and make of the month, which I do have to show you if you haven't seen it, which is the Hoover jacket. Is it Megan Nielsen? Yes, Megan Nielsen. And it's made using some of the SHJ fat quarters. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I mean, that must have taken so much time to do that. Absolutely beautiful. And it's all quilted. Oh, absolutely gorgeous on there. The 3 boxes, 3 makes on there. So we had Esther, who made the Gilbert top, the Helen's Closet Gilbert top there. And flicking through pages. Gemma, who made the Sirocco jumpsuit. And Laura, who made the patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company. So they were lovely. Then we've got a fat quarter project from Tamlin, from Sewn on the Time, which is a laptop case. And the little instructions there on how to do that. Hayley's little links where she just tells you about what she's enjoying. I have to admit, she's put in here about The Witcher. When I was on holiday, I actually started listening to the audio books, because I saw the first season of The Witcher, absolutely loved it. I mean, Henry Cavill, and and yeah, I thought I'd really like to read the books. And then we've got a So Haley Jane subscriber profile and pattern pics from the fold line, and then the makers gallery, which I always love to see. And actually 2 of my lovely friends here, Liz and Holly, were featured, so it's really nice seeing them in there as well. So that's the magazine. Also, I forgot to mention at the very end, there is a little bit about what's actually inside the box, and if you want to make any notes, that's the magazine. So what have we got? What shall I show you first? Let's show you the Sweet Treat, which, because it's out of this world, obviously kind of like space or galactic sort of theme, we have Starburst. So yeah, nice little sweeties there. So I haven't eaten them yet. How good am I? And then we've got this little bag in here, and inside we have some tailor's chalk there. Now, I've never used tailor's chalk before, like this, sort of in a block. I've got the chalk pens that I tend to use, but I've never actually used a block of tailor's chalk. So yeah, I was actually quite happy to have that, because then I can use that for when I need to. And then the other item in here, which I was really excited about, the Ethel and Joan belt buckle, which, can you see here, it's all resin made, all hand done, and it's got all these gorgeous little sparkly bits in there. And I actually have, and I don't know quite where they are at the moment, I have the buttons of these. When I went to the knitting and stitching show back in October, was it October, at Ali Pally in London, I got the buttons of this like design. So I need to find now like a dress or something where I can put the buttons down the front and then have a belt and use this, because then it'll all match. So I was so happy to see that in the box, that it's going to match my buttons. So yeah, really, really happy about that. And I did actually meet Louise from Ethel and Joan when I was at the knitting and stitching show, so it's really, really nice to have met her as well. And then the fat quarters. Oh, these are beautiful, these fat quarters. We've got this lovely sort of tartan one. We've got this one on the white background with these suns and moons. Really, really pretty. A lovely sort of lilac with stars. And then this one's lovely. Kind of blue sort of background with these planets and these little star constellations and suns. Really, really pretty. And I think think there was 2 colourways, I think, of this fabric. There was a pale blue and a navy. I got the navy. And I must admit, I was so happy that I got this colourway and this design, because there was, yes, there was a pale blue, a navy blue, and they had either suns or lightning bolts on. And I got the ones with the suns, which I loved, because I came back, and I know that it's meant to be about, like, you know, kind of out of this world space theme, but it reminded me of holiday, having all of those sunshines. I really, really love this fabric. I'm so happy with it. And I love using double gauze. And this feels absolutely lovely. Really, really soft. And I'm hoping that, because these are foiled, I'm hoping that they're not going to get damaged or anything when I wash it. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm very careful with it, put it on a 30-degree wash. And then when I iron it on the reverse. With my double gauze, I don't tend to iron it too much, because I quite like, once you've washed it, it kind of, you know, scrumples up a little bit. I do quite like that kind of scrumpled up kind of look to double gauze. I don't like it when it's too neat. I like that kind of texture in it. But oh, isn't that gorgeous? I'm so happy with this one. Absolutely gorgeous fabric. So, ideas for this. Now, with double gauze, I've made quite a few items in double gauze. Mainly the Wardrobe by Me Whisper Blouse. I've done a couple of those. Also, the Coco Woa Crafts Honeycomb Dress and top. That's amazing in a double gauze. Love that. I have actually got a plan of using, not this double gauze, but different double gauze in my February sewing plans, which that video will come to you very shortly. But for this particular one, I'm thinking this should be a dress, because just of those sunshines, and, you know, if I do go out on holiday again, or even the summer here in the UK, it would make a lovely, lovely summer dress. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the Megan Nielsen Darling Ranges dress, I think, would be really nice in this. Or just some sort of maybe shirt dress, maybe. I mean, I would like to make another honeycomb dress, but do I need more double gauze honeycomb dresses? I'm not sure. But yeah, I really, really like that. But yeah, definitely a dress of some description. But I'm thinking maybe, yeah, that Megan Nielsen Darling Ranges, because I haven't tried that pattern yet. And I thought that would be really, really nice. It would also make some gorgeous pyjamas as well, wouldn't it? Be really nice. Or just a really nice shirt. A really nice, like, sort of plainish sort of shirt would be really nice in that as well. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. So I'm loving that So Hayley Jane box. Really, really happy with it. Okay, so I can see that the timing on here, I've been chatting away for absolutely ages. So thank you for sticking with me. So I will be recording my February sewing plans video directly after this one, because I want to get that out as soon as possible, because yes, you guys need to vote for the next sew along. I know it's been a while, so I do want to get that video out as soon as possible. So this one will be released as soon as I've edited it, and then I'll release my February sewing plans video as soon as I can afterwards. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.